I never like participate in things like that nature because I'm a big believer in that whatever if you take some, you have to give. Pause, yeah, extra pause. So having that mindset, like,
and I got this book right here, Tupac. You know, always helping me out with riding and shit. I mean, help me out with all the damn, that's wow. What's going on, y'all? This is Living with Elijah, episode 3. I got my boy Tupac Holmes here and Jeremiah Stokes. This next episode, we're just gonna be doing a check-in. As I said, kind of similar to the second episode. I'm just gonna be conversating with my boys, seeing how we doing. So if y'all want to introduce yourselves, Tupac, go first.
Yo, Tupac, college student, junior, cybersecurity, trying to get this bag, and just scaling up business, trying to get where I want to be in life.
Just call me Jay. I don't know why I said my full government name. You know, this Jay is fine.
Or Jerry.
You know, Jay is fine. You know, I'm just a normal guy. I'm a Buddhist. You feel me? And yeah, let's get this started. I want to give a little like this camera. This shit's bugging. It's a little bit blurry. I tried. There we go. Y'all want to give like a little backstory, like where y'all come from, what y'all do, you know. All right. Well, I do best first wait. Right. So I do a lot of things. I do content, do TikTok, doing YouTube. I do all that. I do all that good stuff. You feel me? Play basketball. You know, me and Pac right here. We do some martial arts. You feel me? Yeah, I do a lot of things right now because I don't want to be working a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. So urge. Something gonna spark up. Stay down to the come up.
I feel it. Just me, myself, Chicago in the area, West Side, represent. Really just trying to scale myself with what I want to be, as in like Jerry said, I want to work a 9 to 5 all my life. I want to be around the world, do things, have income without me even worrying about it. So scaling things up like that, being involved, helping out the community in different ways that I can, giving back to the youth, just by mentoring and being there when people work for me. And also, like Jerry said, martial arts, boxing, Muay Thai, just trying to keep my mind straight, keep my body healthy as well.
That's good. These some of my closest brothers up here at school. So I know both of y'all were talking about the goals you have for the future in terms of, Jerry, you said you don't want to work a 9 to 5 for your life. Pop, you said the same thing, as well as just being at the top of the food chain, people working under you. So what are y'all doing right now to make sure that those goals, you're pursuing them, you're going towards them? What is being done right now to further yourself towards that?
For me, I know my biggest goal for getting out that 9 to 5 is real estate and property investment. So that's my goal right now. So because I'm a college student, I do my best to just scale up my credit, have a good savings, keep saving money as much as I can. And then also doing the dirty work, being in the books, looking at websites, watching podcasts, no matter how long they are. Finding mentors in that field, looking at different people who are successful in that field, what they did, what their mistakes was, so I don't make the same ones. So those small little details, because even though right now I might not have the liquid or the equity to purchase the things that I want or have pursue the ideas I have right now, I can still do the things of learning the game, the knowledge, and just getting my mind ready, because before you can be successful, you gotta be successful up here before you can be successful in the outside world.
Yeah, for me, I'm starting slowly, but what I worry about is connections. I'm not a social person. I fucking hate Nick. I mean, I hate people. So you feel me? Connections. I let other people do the work for me. Like for my edits, I don't do that. I have somebody else do it. I can let you know that that's classified information. You know me, because I get it for free, even though some people be charging like top buck for it. Big Daddy, they mess with me. Other than that, I'm really worried about the content, trying to get a niche or get a following. Small, it don't have to be too big, just a following or some group of people that watches my stuff. So that would be easier to even start a business instead of starting it just from out of nowhere. Anything you want to sell, anything like that. that can help me out with basketball, anything. You feel me? I'm gonna start doing philosophy content for myself and stuff for other people because I'm out of everybody that I am the smartest person. Don't at me. I am.
That's the guy.
Yeah, I think on my journey as well, as far as this podcast that I've just started, I've taken a lot of the stuff that both of you have said and I've applied it to, what I'm doing, my craft, because this podcast, I am building it from the ground up. Like, I had no experience with audio production with any of this stuff before, getting this podcast into the work. So like Pac said, I'm studying. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm studying the game. I'm learning how people made it doing this content creation stuff.
Right.
I'm studying everything they did in order to be where they are. I'm studying successful people and their habits, trying to implement that into my everyday habits. Like, you really have to eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff.
Right.
And it's like it's really what you feed yourself, not just what you feed yourself by mouth, what you listen to, what you speak, what you put in front of your eyes, like the people you surround yourself with. It all plays a factor into where you are going.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then Jerry, you were speaking on just trying to, have people work under you, have people that are able to help you get to where you're going. So like that is something I think a lot of people need to tap into, because I think we all know we can't do it on our own. We can't do it on our own. And as men, a lot of us really try to put all of that on our backs and really try to carry all of that weight. But once we realize, we got brothers we can lean on to, we got brothers that can take a little bit of that load off for us and can help us get to where we going, pause. I think that'll make us further our progress even more, if y'all agree.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like you said, like no successful person has gotten to that place alone. And when it comes to just having those connections and things, it's just being able to succeed and then minimize your failure. Because obviously you're gonna fail as a team, but the thing is, why fail alone by yourself so many times when you have other people that can help you out? You might fail, you can still fail a couple of times, but it's a smoother path for you. So I think it's always good just to reach that extended help, a helping hand to anybody, even if it's like a person that they may be higher than you, they may be younger than you, but just because they're younger than you or they have something else, a different demographic, doesn't mean they still can help you in your journey. I think that's where you have to. Sometimes I know it's made you be prideful, and you're like, I don't want to ask for help from him. So it's a problem. Sometimes you gotta put it away, and you gotta have a long-term mindset rather than the short term. Put your pride away for the short term so you can succeed long term.
That's real. I mean, short term, like making the short term change can make such a long term change, and you got to see the bigger picture. And it's very hard sometimes. But who are like some people you think that in your life, as you've been on this journey, have helped you, that you've been able to lean on to?
Mostly I would say probably my mom most of the time, because my mom is like, when it comes to my goals and then facing adversity, I think my mom has probably faced the most, because back to my mom is like, she's an engineer now. So, and being a black woman engineer, she's like one of the only of her like in her field. But she don't get to see a lot of women, less black women, when she goes to work. So she faced that adversity. But my mom also, she owns properties that was given to her trust after our grandparents died. She owns things like that, so she knows the business. She had tenants before. She knows how the laws work, how all those small details and contracts. She knows how the bill work, how the government work, all that stuff that she knows. And she's able, when I have these questions or I have these ideas, I'm able to talk to her, run my ideas by her. She's able to consult me on things that I might be missing, or the factors I might not know that would put a hole in my plan. So yeah, with her, it's probably been the most I was able to rely on, and also my professors. I think like being in college, finding like those connections with your professors is important. It might be some if you just go to their class and it's just too much the class to you, but some you actually take that time to talk to them and try to learn something about them. They will always be there to like give you a reach your hand and like actually help you out on your journey. They give you ideas. They say what you need to do to be better than the other students have not talking to you. Right. So that's been really important on my journey so far.
Jay, how about you? Some people you can really name.
I'll say me, myself, and I. Very top main people. So no, but people I would say is number one the Buddha. That's one person. Number two, I would say probably my best friend from hometown, where I used to go to school with. He always, sending me big ass fucking paragraphs and shit.
Really?
I'm just reading it and like you give me a little tingling finger in my heart. You feel me? Yeah, that helps out. It helps out a little bit. You feel me? And I got this book right here, Tupac. Always helping me out with riding and shit. I mean, help me out with all the Damn, that's wow. Wow. My hair, nigga, this is bro. And I was saying, help me with my content creation and stuff like that, music and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. Other than that, I keep a tight, small circle, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, I don't trust nobody. Only a few people. Don't trust. Listen, you gotta know. Until I know, that's when I trust. Don't trust blindly. Unless it's God. Other than that, that's faith. Right? Trusting somebody.
Putting faith in something.
Don't put faith in niggas. How about that? Don't put faith in nobody.
That's what trust is. Yeah, bro. You trust because you don't know.
Listen. It's my turn. Listen. Don't put faith in other people. Unless it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy.
You don't think you should put faith in somebody until they
No, the only thing you can put faith in is in God. That's it. That's it.
What about yourself? You don't got faith in yourself.
But other than that, no. It's better to know than to have doubt, but still give them a chance.
I definitely say it's better to know, but
in the longer run.
But we don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the longer run, it's better to test them out.
Like it would be better to know, like 100% that God is true, but I don't know. That's why I have faith.
I'm just saying, because for example, let's say you're drowning, right? Mm-hmm. Who you gonna trust more to save your life? A lifeguard or your best friend? Lifeguard. Why?
It's a profession.
Exactly. It's not because you really trust him. You don't even know the person, but you know he's gonna save your life. Besides the friend.
That's trusting blindly, though. That's still trusting blindly. Because you don't.
Yeah, know. but I said only trust when you know. Don't just trust
but I don't know he's gonna come save me.
Right.
Because his position, I assume that he's gonna come save me.
Yeah, the assumption is high. It's more highly likely that he's gonna save you. You have a higher chance of surviving if you trust that man. How about that? Higher chance.
But do I know that?
You don't know. You don't know that.
So that's why.
When I say no, I don't mean objectively knowing the whole thing. I'm just saying it's a better chance of you not getting screwed over. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. The only people I trust is me, myself, and I again. It's like I trust this one, even though he's very unreliable.
Nigga, that's cap.
Trust you. You just need fucking help. But yeah.
But
I think you put faith in things and trust in things like I think that's a life thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you can never say like you can't do it because I feel like we do this every day. You wake up, you go to the store, you want something, you trust the item.
Oh yeah,
I'm not saying faith the police gonna be
I'm not saying there's no faith or trust whatsoever. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying towards other people or people that you know, like everybody's supposed to be in your life.
That's true.
You're not supposed to believe everybody in your life. You're not supposed to trust everybody in your life. That's just how life is. That's how the circle goes. So that's what I'm saying.
I got a question for y'all. Which of these questions is more important to you? Can I trust you or why should I trust you?
Why?
Why is that?
I don't know. Can I trust you? It's so broad. It's not It's not enough.
Because it's a yes or no.
Yes, the why. You gotta tell me why. You gotta have certain criteria. Give me examples. Do something. You can't tell me why. You
So
gotta
you
show.
gotta prove your
You gotta
trust.
show, not why. Not say. You gotta show.
You
I
gotta
want you
prove
to
it
show.
with your action.
Fuck the
Not
words.
just
I want to
say
see
it.
the act. I want to see what you're doing. You feel me? Fuck
I
that.
mean, that's my question.
I said why. Why is the more important?
If you got why means they're gonna tell you verbally why.
That's why I said they gotta show why. I just say it. Just show it. So can I trust you? How you gonna show like that's just
That's what I would say. Can I trust you? Because like you said, why is very important.
Mhm.
But if I say why can I trust you, they gonna tell me something. Can I trust you? Because you ask to give you an answer. Most of the time they're gonna say yeah.
Right.
After that, there's nothing you can do. All you can do is watch their actions. Like Jerry said, the actions matter most. So me asking you why is not gonna do anything because you're gonna tell me a whole bunch of stuff.
Exactly.
I'm like, okay, you can be lying, blatantly. Really, all I'm doing is wasting my time hearing you say a whole bunch of stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's not gonna matter till you prove it, like Jerry said. So I'm just gonna ask you, can I trust you? You say yes. All right, then I'm gonna see what you're gonna do. There's no point in asking you why because I have to see why for myself anyway.
That's real. I would definitely choose can I trust you? Because I think the why should I trust you? That question already comes from a place of mistrust. Like me asking that question makes you believe that I already don't trust you. Like you have to give me a reason to first trust you. So I don't trust you yet. I'm showing you my distrust in you.
I mean, that's
I want you to prove it.
I think it's not a bad thing to tell somebody you don't trust them. It's just life.
It's not. It's not.
If you get hurt, if you get hurt by that, you need mental help.
But I think for me, it's like fool me once, like I'm the fool. Fool me once, shame on me. Because I put my trust in you. I gave you that faith. So it's not on you, it's on me. I asked, can I trust you? And you said yeah, and I believe that. So that's on me.
Yeah, that's facts. But I mean, honestly, I believe in that statement like fool me once, shame on me. But I feel like if you put in the aspect like if I asked you and you said yeah, I feel like the other person takes the fault for it.
Yeah,
because
you do take some time.
it's been the topic has already been put like on the table. So we both have an understanding of what was said. So even though I still believe it's still your part, you got to comfortability because you believe.
Yeah.
But if the person still taking over fault, if you said I trust this person better in your own head, and now somebody did something, and you like damn, now it's all your fault because they didn't have any knowledge of what you was thinking.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it.
Y'all heard that one quote from Spider-Man, I think it was. I used it in the last episode. It was something like, expect disappointment and you'll never be disappointed.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that quote?
I heard that quote from fucking God of War. Kratos said that. Yeah.
It's a powerful statement.
Yeah.
I believe here's something I learned. Expect the worst but hope for the best. So like you said, expecting and hoping is a different thing. I understand the reality. If you always get your hopes up for something, a lot of times it's gonna be less than what you expected, so you're gonna bring yourself down. So I feel like it's for me, my mindset, I always expect like not a negative, but the outcome that I don't want, but I always hope and work towards the outcome that I do want. It's just a nice balance of like not having to stand all the way down most of the time, like expecting worse from everybody. But it's like I have that expecting it, but also hope for it. So if it do come, I'm like, okay, I get the work for it.
So like this possibility could happen, but your eyes are set on what you want to happen.
Yeah.
The best out of the situation.
Exactly.
Okay, I see. What about you, Zach?
I mean, I want to say fuck that quote, but I would say I would do my own thing. See things for what it is.
Yeah.
See things for what it is. Even if it's disappointment, excitement, don't matter. See things for what it is. Once you see things for what it is, that's just what it is. There's nothing else to it, really. You put your own emotions, your own thoughts to it. Now, something good happens, that's good. Or something bad happens, that's bad. That's it. That's where you should go. I mean, if you just think your whole life saying just trying to be disappointed at first, so you won't feel that feeling, then that's just mentally that's not mature. You gotta be able to control your own emotions when something happens. So if you're not expecting that, oh well, that happened. You just gotta let it go. not let it go, but you got to know it just happened, and it's how you go react to it in a good, peaceful way.
But going up about that, I feel like that like mindset, it's not a bad mindset, but I feel like that's like a in the moment type of mindset. If that makes sense. Like that will only work in the moment. So say, for me example, if I'm thinking, if I have a plan, let's say I have a 5-year plan, I have the hopes, this is the goal, this is what I need to get. I expect something else, I can expect something else that might be a negative impact to the plan. But expecting that worst already sets aside another plan for me to go somewhere else.
Okay, here you go.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, if this happens, I might expect this to happen. Since I expect this to happen, I already have a contingency plan. Yeah.
Okay. So you said just have that mindset for when you plan yourself out beforehand.
Yeah.
Before actually. Makes sense.
You know, because like when it happened, oh, I expected this. All right, I already know what I'm gonna do to move on. People, I feel like if you let it sit for like a moment and it happens, now you're in a space where now you're just letting time flow because now you're in your mind thinking about the situation that happened. So now you're just wasting time. Time is going while you're trying to keep thinking about it. You're soaking on it and things of that nature. But if you expect it already, you already have a contingency plan. You're not gonna think about the situation anymore. You're like, okay, this happened. I'm on to the next thing. I know what to do next. Type of mindset.
Yeah, that's real. And if we look at most successful people in any category, in sports, in business, in fashion, lifestyle, like all of those people, they have plan Bs for their plan Bs. They have multiple streams of income. They know if what they doing right now doesn't work. I got a side job I could go to right now. I got a side hustle. I got reporting. I could be a TV analyst. You know, you see a lot of these NBA athletes when they retire or get out the game or realize it's not for them anymore, they go to Sports Center, they go to ESPN.
Right.
They don't let, just a blockage stop them from going to achieve other things and going to receive their blessings. Because they have plan Bs, they have expected, certain things to happen. So they already have a backbone, something to carry on to.
And then think about COVID is probably one of the biggest examples overall. Because and COVID, like nobody expected COVID. You know, the thing about it, but when it happened, when the moment came, what happened to everybody? What we gonna do? We losing jobs, we losing funds, the stock market don't know. They not ready. The thing about the other people that's higher up who had those streams of income, they was ready for anything to come happen. They got more money from the situation. Or they got more financial freedom, more resources. Because they was prepared, they expected things. So when it comes to like having expectations and hoping for the high, you just can't live in naivety. Like you gotta understand that something's gonna happen always. A lot of people I know now in life in general, they live life in a moment, which is not a bad thing. Live life in the moment, but live life in the future also. Because living life in the moment is gonna get you caught in the moment. Caught in the moment, people say it's like a beautiful thing, but caught in the moment can be bad too. You get caught and now you're stuck and now you can't go where you want to go. You can get caught in the moment, but you gotta be able to leave the moment. That's how I think it is. Something happened. I don't want to be so content in the job that I have that I don't expect something bad to happen. I gotta have a plan for anything that goes on. It's the reason they have health insurance, the reason they have car insurance. They know these things are gonna happen. So we always have a plan to go after that.
Yes, and it's like you don't want to. For me, that kind of sounds like you don't want to get too comfortable wherever you're at.
Yeah.
Like you never want to get too comfortable because there's always something greater. You always want to be attached to purpose and be attached to growth because there's always ways to grow. And if you get comfortable where you are at, God, life, the universe is gonna send you a curveball that you're not gonna expect, and that boy gonna hit you right in the head. That boy gonna spank you to the ground. And if you don't expect it, like you're not gonna be able to get back up for a while, for a long while. And so talking about comfortability, what do y'all think is the difference between complacency and comfortability?
It's a big word. Complacency. What's that? Like cut that out.
Being
The smartest thing not to do.
Cut that part out. What's that?
Like being complacent, being kind of stagnant.
Why can't you just say stagnant?
a better word. They
It's a
both
big
start-
ass fucking
they both-
word.
They both start with C's.
You try to expose me right now.
Complacency, I feel like that's just where you are now, but it's not the end all be all. So you're complacent. Complacent means basically like you're here in a situation. It's not necessarily negative or positive, not where you're gonna be at, and not the worst situation you could be in. But you're not comfortable, but you're all right where you at, so you can work, you can live a productive and nice life, but you're still on the grind for something else. But comfortability is when you're in a situation and you don't hope for any change.
Right.
So you're there, say you got a 9 to 5 job that's paying $70K a year. You sit there with the job and you're not even, you don't want to go nowhere. It's like, okay, I can do this every day, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. I get up, I eat this every day, I eat this every day. You're comfortable. And for me, my favorite quote of comfortability is to limit your growth. So if you're not uncomfortable or you're not putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, you're not going to grow at all. When you're comfortable, that means no growth. When you're complacent, that means there's still opportunity for growth.
How about you?
So you're saying which one's better?
Just what's the difference between the two? What's the difference between complacency and comfortability?
I think he just said everything I was gonna say.
You got it.
I was gonna summarize it. Complacency and comfortability. Comfortability.
Yeah. That's the tongue twist.
All right. So, but in simple, smooth words. You looked so disappointed. All right. If you stay comfortable, there's no reason or room for you to grow. Right. If you still have that feeling and urge to do more and not comfortable with your sitting, that's the complacency. These big ass goddamn words, man.
Not that big.
But it's a good summary of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna just try to wrap up what both of you were saying. Pac, I think you were saying complacency is a physical state. Like if I'm complacent, I'm stagnant. I'm in a physical state of not going anywhere. But comfortability is an emotional attachment to that state. I'm comfortable being complacent. I'm comfortable where I'm at. So just because you're complacent does not mean you're comfortable. But if you're comfortable, you're gonna be complacent.
Right.
If you're complacent, you can still be finding ways to grow, finding ways to get this rocket, prepared for takeoff. But you're stagnant right now. The rocket is on the ground. You just building it up. You just find the materials to, find the engine fuel and stuff.
Sure.
But if you're comfortable, you're not even building that rocket. You just staying where you're at. You're not trying to leave Earth. You're not trying to go see other planets.
Exactly.
You're not trying to see the moon. You just staying where you're at. So comfortability is an emotional attachment to complacency, to being stagnant.
Like our analogy you could put for that is just say you at a job and you're in the impression like, okay, you have this position open for you to pay like maybe $5 more, and you get some more experience, you can learn a little bit more. A complacent person is gonna be like, oh yeah, I took that opportunity because even though they was good where they at, they're open for the opportunity to go to scale somewhere else and learn something new. A comfortable person would be like, they would not deny the offer because they don't want to learn something new. They like where they're at, they like what they're doing, they don't want anything else for themselves. So I feel like that's the best way to compare the differences.
But I will say everybody will come to one point in their lifetime when they're comfortable and they don't want nothing. They got everything they need, they already did. They're comfortable. Because the more you want more, there's at that point there's no use for it. Leave that to the next generation.
I don't think you should always want more for just yourself though.
Yeah.
Like
In general, sometimes there's no reason. You're just comfortable. So I think everybody will they have a good life, somebody will get to that point, like I'm comfortable now, there's nothing else.
I feel like that's the point when people comfortable, that's like the point where you're like old age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, probably not even old age. You already did everything that you wanted. There's like what else? It depends. Everybody got different perspectives on it. Everybody got different wants and needs. So if they already met every wants and need they already did. So it's like You get more, obviously, but like some people they're just comfortable now. So it's like, why I risk gaining more if I'm gonna lose everything? You know? So it's like,
Yeah, I think me, like one of my biggest goals or one of the biggest things I try to pursue is when I'm dead and in my grave, I want to have no regrets in life. I want to lay in my deathbed like peacefully saying I did everything I wanted to do. I achieved everything I wanted to achieve. I went after everything I wanted to pursue. And even if I got it or not, I went after it. So I think that's kind of what I mean when I say not being comfortable. Like, in certain cases, certain categories of my life, I think one day I will be comfortable, like a wife or kids, family. Like one day I will be comfortable with that. Right now, I'm pursuing that. I want that for my life, but one day I'm gonna be perfectly fine with a wife and kids. But right now, I'm pursuing that. So when I do get that, I'm gonna be comfortable in that aspect. But other aspects of my life, such as like work or just like physical fitness, I don't want to get comfortable until I can't do it anymore. Like I'm 50, I can't work out. I don't want to go to the gym anymore. And so there are certain categories I think I will become comfortable with, maybe in 5, 10, 15 years. But there's certain categories that I want to keep elevating until I reach my deathbed.
I feel like I agree with categories, but I feel like for me, the categories are like minimized to the things I would get comfortable in. Only because I know, like myself, I'm just thinking, sometimes I can never reach a ceiling of achievements for myself. So when I get an achievement, it's always what's the next thing. Because me as a person, if I sit here, my mind is always going to be, thinking about something I can do more and more. So even when I do have those things I pursue, I feel like in my mind, it's always going to be something else for me to pursue. It's always going to be another purpose for me to go fulfill. So I feel like until, like you said, I'm able to get up and move around, I feel like until then, I'll probably still do the move.
Until I'm forced to be stagnant.
Yeah. When I'm bedridden, that's when I told me, all right, I have to do it.
What do you think about that?
what you said?
Yeah.
Bullshit. Yeah, I understand what they're saying. I'm a humble guy, I don't ask for much. Like everything I wanted, everything I needed. I'm chilling. I might want some more. I might want a little bit of sprinkle, but other than that, chilling.
I mean, like right now, like you chilling.
Oh no! It's fine. Like when I get old, I can't bust one no more. I'm just old as shit. You know me? And I just gotta accept fate. This ain't no anime. I ain't be like no Master Roshi type nigga. You know me? So
yeah. Facts. What do y'all both think is one of the biggest challenges you've endured on your journey so far, and how you overcame?
women.
Why you say that?
Who's a lawyer? So not women in general. I'm just saying, relationships. That's a better word. Better word. These hoes still ain't loyal, but
how you been overcoming that?
Not giving a fuck.
Am
I wrong? Am I wrong? Learning how they work, how they operate. Not caring. Let them be. Kick them out.
Kick them out.
Yeah, if they mess up, bye. Saying 1 ounce of disrespect, bye. 1 ounce of just dumb, stupid, bye.
Yeah, right. I hope I don't get to that point.
You need to get to that point.
I don't want to.
You need to. You already know why. You know why. You know why you need to get to that point. Because one, you save more time. Think of all the time and energy wasted. You save up all that. Yeah. 2, you keep your own dignity. 3, there's more out there. More. Not 99.9%. Are they comfortable? No.
Yeah.
But one day you might find that 1%. So I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like
I hear where it's coming from.
I'm trying to be mean, but that's just how it is.
What about you, Pop?
good question. Let me see. For me, it'll probably be just like motivation in a sense, because I'm always a person, I believe discipline over motivation any day.
Right.
So being disciplined in your acts is like very beneficial, but sometimes that motivation is needed to enjoy being disciplined, if that makes sense. I can get up and then keep doing the same work over and over again. I understand the purpose of the work, keep doing it, but I can get bored in the sense of be like, and then I achieve something and now I'm motivated to redo all that process over again so it gets to the next level. So sometimes when you start the process, you're motivated, you enjoy doing that thing that you know is gonna benefit you later.
Right.
The discipline keep you going.
Right.
But while you in that discipline stage and you keep going and going, you might get tired, you might get down, you might not enjoy the same thing you're doing anymore. But you just understand the purpose of why you're doing it. But that motivation helps you enjoy that process. So when you do get that achievement and you look at that discipline area, you're gonna enjoy that you did it. You might not be like, I'm gonna do it all over again. But that achievement gonna make you want to start something else. And because that motivation just came back. So I was just trying to find that balance and keep myself I'm always gonna say discipline, but always trying to find that small motivation and different aspects of life, just looking at videos. Me, I'm a visual person. So watching other successful do things I want to do in my life, watching them do it and then hearing their stories of how they started where I'm from, it's like a motivator. If I get tired of that, I find a new video. Like me and Jerry, we look at what's his name, David Goggins. Niggas gonna carry the boat. Like it just like even saying things like that is making fun. I go to the gym and I'm on a row machine, I'm on a run. Like
on me, son.
Like I'm huffing and puffing. Just saying to yourself, who's gonna carry the boat?
I like the name on homie, son.
When you saying that, you just running and like you want to give up. It's just a little motivating actor. It's like, keep me going. So little things like that just implemented into my life to like make things that I do that are difficult more entertaining, more fun, more enjoyable.
Man, that's something everybody need on the journey, motivation. Because it's like you were saying, the discipline is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like discipline over motivation any day of the week, because motivation is kind of like a cloud. It's like it comes and goes. It's like when the cloud comes under the sun, it comes, it goes. And discipline, that's gonna get you out of your room. It's gonna get you in the gym, get you in your purpose each and every day, no matter how you feel. But that motivation, it gives you an emotional attachment to what you're doing. And so that just makes, that makes you feel good. That makes you feel like you're doing something right. Like you on the right journey right now, even in the midst of it's not looking like it. And when you're just disciplined, when you're doing it regardless of how you feel, obviously it's good, but it don't always feel good. It really don't. Like you wake up 6 a.m. I don't want to get up. I don't want to go on this run right now. But motivation, I listened to an Eric Thomas video. David Goggins. Like that's gonna get me jumping out the bed. That's gonna get me blast.
Yo. Oh, that was crazy. I thought you said you want to keep this PG, but that right there is blast. And you showing an example. You did a whole sound effect.
Eric Thomas, that guy. That's one of my favorite.
You read his book?
I read David Goggins' book.
Yeah, it can't hurt me. Even better some stuff. If y'all read that book, y'all gonna understand everything that man speak right now. Like his life that he lives is validated.
Like, that man. I remember seeing TikTok. They were saying that they was in a 30-mile run, and like mile 22, he had to stop because something was happening with his foot.
Yeah,
they were saying
his feet was bleeding through his shoes.
I was coming off everything, and they said other dude kept running. He didn't think he was gonna see him again. And he said, now 24, he turned around. And David Goggins catch back up. And he right with him again. He said, "After cameraman." He said, "What happened down there?" He said, "I don't know. I saw him running." He's just like, "You don't know me, son. You don't know." He's like, "Who's he talking to?" He's like, "Nobody's out there." I'm like, bro, that's a different type of mental like
it's got
toughness.
Exactly. Like the state you gotta be in where you don't care what nobody else
I think it's
is.
not
You
human.
focus on that
That's
goal. You
called-
focus on
that's
getting
not-
to that finish.
Nigga, that's not human, nigga. That's the god of war.
That's what it is, huh?
That's going into the zone.
Nigga said, so he was talking to nobody. I be scared as shit. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this race no more, bro. He might be
Yeah, I'll
like
be
actual
terrified.
demons.
I'll say you got it, bro. Start walking.
Like, I feel like the goal should be like to work so hard every day that the days you don't want to work hard, it's a time to just for yourself just to do it anyway.
I heard this quote by A.P. Johnson. The real level of commitment is staying committed to what you said you would do long after the move that you set it in is left. Long after the move that you set it in is left. Because like I can make a goal right now when I'm motivated, when I feel like I'm emotionally attached to the results that I want. Like I wanna be big, you know what I mean? Like I want to be not a bodybuilder, but I want to be fit. I want to have muscles. I want to be able to look like I'm able to defend the things that, I own, the people that I love. I want to be able to look that way and give off that notion. And so that's the journey that I'm on. But if I stay too emotionally attached to those results, I'm going to do whatever, however, to get there. Take steroids, ruin my health, ruin my future. But if I stay committed to this journey, that means so much more than the destination. I'm going to reap the fruits. I'm going to reap what I'm sowing right now, and I'm going to see the fruits. It's just going to take some time. And through that journey, through that process, I'm going to learn so much about myself and why this destination that I'm going towards is worth the journey right now. You know what I mean? And that's something I think we really need to work on in terms of like not being emotionally attached to results, not being emotionally attached to what we want to achieve, what we want, where we want to go.
Yeah, some of the biggest advice I got, just like shortcuts. I mean, obviously shortcuts gonna get you somewhere faster, but what I learned is fast progress brings slow problems. So
fast progress builds ego, slow progress builds character.
Exactly. So getting somewhere fast is always gonna be better than getting somewhere by taking your time. You got somewhere like I said, fast money. You get money fast, slow problems come after. Sometimes,
like people with OnlyFans, you feel me? Stuff like that. I'm true. They're making that quick cash.
Yeah. Like,
when they get older, the kids is gonna be like,
They
damn.
gonna be single mothers, single fathers.
It's not even that. They kids gonna be like, damn. The whole generation gonna be like, damn. It's just nasty. You feel me?
Yeah. Right. People's like people scamming and stuff.
It's
quick money now.
It is.
But
once they find you, man, they gonna find you.
You get complacent. Like, okay, I did this already. 5 years go by, you're not doing it no more. And you like, oh, shit, I'm all good. You hit 50, and you're probably not financially best right now. And they tell me something. Oh yeah, we got you. Then you got mail me. They tell me something. Yeah, we know you gotta pay you back this. We need about 40 bands from you by this time, and now you slow problems.
Nigga says, yeah, we got you.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in whatever you like. The reason, like, even though it was all around everybody was tempted to do it, PPP loan benefit, all that stuff. The reason I didn't do it is because I didn't care. Like, even though I had that short-term money, I always knew that one day it would circle back around. It hit me somewhere. I had to like pay for it back. So I never like participate in things like that nature because I'm a big believer in that whatever if you take, you have to give. Pause. Yeah, extra pause. So having that mindset, like that karma, it's a full circle. Whatever you give out to somebody, it'll come right back to you.
Pause. But it's like what we preach since we've been in kindergarten, since we've been little. What goes around comes around. And what you put out into this universe, the energy you put out, you're gonna receive. That's why when people do me wrong, when people disturb my peace or attack my character, I don't even try to get them back. I don't have time for that because that's disturbing my peace. That's only doing me an injustice. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna chase God because God gonna get back 10 times harder than me.
Sometimes I ain't gonna let that slide. Sometimes,
like you can't take
some things,
you can't take disrespect. You gotta hit him with a little elbow.
I feel like
I'm hitting him with everything I got.
Like I feel like not leaving a problem alone. That's always the the mature thing to do is just leave them alone.
Some things you
let
can't
life-
just leave alone.
Even most things, honestly, to be
You
honest.
can't just leave alone.
Because you can leave everything alone. The thing is, we have pride. But me, I feel like some things, like I'm like, I gotta get back on this. It's just I don't have to, but my heart wants to. So it's like, yeah, let's do what my heart wants to do. Man.
I'm a peaceful person. Most things I'm gonna let slide, but there's some things.
But it comes to the point where, like, if I keep letting you do this, then you gonna keep
Yeah,
hurting
it's like-
me. So
yeah,
I
it's
have to
like-
let you know that this ain't okay. Like when you got a basketball in your hands and somebody keep reaching, you know, you gonna hit them with an elbow. You gonna let them know that's not okay.
I ain't gonna hit him with an elbow.
Or you gonna bring the elbow.
Oh, yeah,
let
yeah,
them
yeah.
know, you know that's not okay. Let them know the reaching is not cool.
You know,
reach out
yesterday, yesterday, reaching for that shit was fucking crazy. Oh yeah, Pike, I gotta show you that video, man. That, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I kid you not. This is what he did. He backing me down. He grabbed my shoulder and just boom. I'm like, what the? And they said that's clean. He not quiet as shit saying, yeah, that's clean, bro. Clean. Nigga says clean. I'm like, bro.
Man, so I think I have a question.
What's that? These hoes ain't loyal.
Not a question.
No, I wasn't saying a statement.
Which one would you choose? Love or loyalty?
Loyalty.
I heard this
Quick.
question the other day.
That's
I heard this question, but then someone like
Was it 21 Savage? I heard about him.
yeah, I mean, I heard the question, but then I talked to somebody and they like gave me a perspective.
I don't know. I don't know. Cause you can do love too. Cause if somebody really loves you, they gonna be loyal to you.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like love entails loyalty, but not all loyalty entails love.
But these hoes,
Like if you love me, you gonna be loyal to me.
these hoes can't love you though. That's the thing. So I don't know.
But loyalty, like I feel like loyalty is more short term. Like how long are you gonna be loyal to me? But love, if we're talking, you know, the love that God shows us, true love, the true definition of love,
Yeah,
love lasts long term.
cause
You can be loyal to, like, if I have a boss, if I have someone I'm under, I'm loyal to them. I have no love for them. I respect them, obviously. I have no love towards them, but look at how my boss views me. He doesn't love me. Like, all he does is give me a paycheck, you know, every other week. That's there's no relationship there.
yeah.
If I love somebody, there's a relationship. Like, I'm not only giving, I'm receiving. You know what I mean?
I think, I had some before, like I talked to the person, I saw love as you can love somebody, but then still get stabbed in the back.
Right.
Don't still hurt you when being loved. So in my mindset, I always said loyalty because loyalty, you know what to expect. But when I had the conversation, it changed my mind because it was saying if you look at the true aspect of what love is only wanting good intentions for that person. And you might hurt that person sometimes. It's not gonna be intentional,
Right.
It might be something you did, but it wasn't intentional. You don't want to intentionally hurt that person. So you think about how love in that aspect of having good intentions always and not trying to hurt that person, it's different. And then they told me that, like, you think about loyalty in that way, loyalty is like having someone just be your servant. Like they're there for a reason. They're not really enjoying what they do. They're just there because they're there and they're there like they have like you have like you do something for them that they need. So it's not really a connection there.
Literally, like once you remove what you're providing for them from the equation, they'll leave.
Exactly.
They'll leave with no remorse, with no regrets. They'll just leave because what you were providing for them, they realize they either no longer need or you're not providing it for them anymore. So they out.
Or somebody provides something better.
That's true too. They find something better.
Let me give you the truth or a nice example. You said keep it PG, you feel me? So I don't know what you got for them. All right. So hoes. 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 All caps.
Yeah.
With this hoe, right? You love this hoe. You give her everything possible. Everything that she desires, everything that she needs. Now, is it extravagant, luxurious? Is it like a fucking what's some expensive bags called?
Designer?
And not designer. No, it's not. It's not no shit like that.
Birkin?
Yeah, Burke, it's not no shit like that. We still giving her what she needs when she asks for. But guess what? You got an Instagram verified nigga that scams. Hit her up.
Mhm.
Saying so I could do all that but tenfold.
Mm.
Deuces.
She goes to somebody who can provide it better.
Exactly. Not provide it better, just can provide more.
Provide more.
More.
Yeah.
Just more. Not even better, just more.
Which I feel like our generation is our biggest problem is that we think.
We want more.
Yeah, we think
The
the
more
grass is greener on
Yeah.
the side.
Yeah.
Every person, I feel like our generation, everybody.
That's such
thinks
a
like
lot. That's
I
such
think-
a lot.
They always go to the next thing, thinking something better, but it's the same thing. Everybody chase that feeling they have at the beginning of the relationship, that honeymoon. Everybody chase for that, and then when that's over, I'm going to a different side. The grass green. It might be worse. It might be fake grass. It might not even be real. So we continue to do that, and it's just a cycle. And I feel like our generation is not getting anywhere when it comes to building a relationship just because of that. Yeah,
It's because of what society bestows upon a certain demographic to make it acceptable. I'll say about standards, for example. It is okay for women to want, let's say, a 6'4" celebrity that makes over 6 figures, right? That's completely acceptable. But when soon a guy says, I just want a peaceful woman, I might cook sometimes, be fit, and that's it. All hell on earth and break loose. So it comes to the point where a lot of women can decide what they want, what can happen, what should happen. But when men voice their opinion, it's a no. Shouldn't do it. It's just stand right there, show no emotions, and do what I say.
Do what I say.
Yeah, do what I say.
but you know, I feel like that's like a big social media thing because I feel like women see like they look on social media and then they follow 10 guys that are all successful and they think, oh, all these men, it's a whole bunch of successful men. And when I understand they want like a guy 6 something, making some amount of money, got this and that. They don't understand that's a small demographic. Especially if they want to stay in one country. If 6 foot black dude, that's what, less than what, like 10-15% of the world? I'm like, you have to understand that a lot of things you see on social media is an exception to the world. A lot of dudes, like the average salary is like 50, 60K, I think now. And then, you know, most of the 5'8" average height. So you expecting these high things. You think there's a lot of these people, a lot of these men out here, but at the end of the day, you might not get what you want. Sometimes you gotta lawyers stand because it might be a better opportunity for you.
But a lot of people, their values are just wrong. They don't have good moral values at all. People are just horrible. They don't have good moral values.
So
They want more money than actually having a good relationship, or they want more fame or anything else, and everything's sexualized.
yeah.
Everything's sexualized. Don't get me wrong. I'm a freaking, but I know it's a time and place, and where it's okay not to do it. Everything's sexualized. Everything is just sex. Literally everything. It's like it's sad.
Yeah.
Everybody's not really mature enough to turn that down. I joke. Most of the time, I joke. Most of the time, I don't give a fuck. Most of the time. I'm a freaky nigga. Most of the time. But I said you got 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds just posting shit on TikTok. You see niggas in comments like, yeah. You see some shit like it could be a nice little joke, but that's still sexualizing the thing. You feel me?
And social media has done a great job of that. As Pac was saying earlier, like it's really the root of a lot of our generation's problems because we see a lot of this stuff and we think it should be normalized or we think is right. You know, we see, like you said, a lot of these underage people, not just girls, a lot of underage people doing things, you know, they're not supposed to be doing, especially on camera for the world to see. That could ruin their future. And when you influence the younger generation with that, you know, you're just creating an endless cycle of this root problem.
Just like Keke Palmer. I know everybody saying, I know everybody saying, oh, what she want was fine. Once you put this in perspective, would you wear that in front of his parents? Absolutely. Would you wear that in a funeral or anything like that? Absolutely. Now, did she look good in it? Okay, she did. But my nigga, her ass cheeks was out. Let's not play the victim, right? Let's not live in a fairy tale. Some things aren't okay. You're a mother and a wife, and your kids seeing this. Dancing on another man. I don't give a fuck if it was Jesus Christ himself, bro. Don't just say it's Usher. Oh shit. Nigga, that's enough. He believes the same, he can still die. Nigga, I don't know. He has more status, more fame, okay, good. What fucking ever? That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't have good morals. They don't have good values.
I would say when you set your standards, ask yourself, why do you have this standard? Just don't set it because
society tells you.
Don't just because you think you is. If you say I want a guy that's 6'5", ask yourself why.
And you're 5'3", or 5'4".
Yeah, but like realistically, ask yourself what is 6'5" without do?
Because most of the time when these girls want a taller guy, it's because they're insecure about their height. It's because they're insecure about their height.
Because it just look more dominant to them. You know, they like understandable. But come on, 6'5", you like 5'7". Let's think. Let's use our minds. Nigga, greed is a sin. One of the 7 deadly sins, and I think that's what's happening in the world right now. We're trying to build this fantasy.
Really envious.
We're trying to build a fantasy because we don't want to live in reality. We don't like it. We don't accept it. The longer you accept reality, better your life.
Another thing we'll touch on just the women.
Holes.
No.
Oh.
Said the woman.
Like, I want you to understand, like, you may live in a patriarchy. Men are the leaders, and you know they in certain places. But I want you to understand, I have social power, and like in the way men operate. I feel like the reason a lot of men are like deadbeats, bums, things of these nature is because women make it too easy to acquire them. I feel like in the earlier years, like back then, our grandparents to like get a woman, keep a woman, you have to be a really hard worker. You have to be working hours, bring it back to pay for your family, have to feed the family, do your job. I feel like a lot of women, they make it easy for men to just like get that access to them.
And they don't realize a lot of things that men do is for women. They think it's a patriarchy. Literally, everything that men do, going out in the gutters, digging up all that heavy shit, they do it for their wives, for women to live peacefully.
Nigga, this what I learned.
That's true.
And here's how my mom told me. She said, women have the power. So whatever women require of a man is going to do. So right now, think about our generation. Like, women don't require that much for a man just to have like sexual access and everything. They don't, if they think you fond of something, they're gonna just forward. Men do any work. So a lot of men, I think they're like not entitled, but they think it's easy, so they don't do the work anymore. You go back then, like 50 years, 60 years back, to get to that part, you have to do a lot of work before. Even with your marriage, you have to prove yourself. Prove that you was a hard worker, prove that you was able to be a provider, prove that you was a leader. You have to get to those steps. You have to build that foundation first before you can even get to that part. But now we're skipping a lot of steps. So now the dynamic is not working anymore. So I think women need to understand women are selective creatures, but they need to ask more from the man. How did these men start working harder? Because I feel like we have a generation of a lot of weak men. That's one of the reasons, because everything is too easy for them to acquire.
Yeah, and the thing is, everybody's trying to make. I do believe in gender roles. That's important. Gender roles. But in a relationship, not everything's supposed to be a gender role specific. It's just stupid. Oh, the man has to do that. Right. Oh, but he a man, you gotta do that. Right. He is your partner. You do it or he do it. It don't matter. It just don't matter. It's if you really like somebody, you will probably have a gender role that you like, but not everything gonna be a fucking gender role. The only gender role I see in a relationship, the man protects, would die for her. That's fucking it, really. I can clean for myself. I can cook for myself. That's a basic adult necessity to do. So all this other extra red pill or blue pill feminist shit, it's just stupid. It's retarded. You need to get checked out at a mental hospital.
Oh yeah, when it comes to general, I think like men and women are inherently better at different aspects than they are, oppositely.
Yes,
but that's the thing. But like when it comes to like physical things, outside things that both people can do, it's whoever better at the task can just do the task. Exactly. It's never like
or whoever's
you have to do
easily access.
Whoever better at, and listen, women, don't contradict yourself. When you say you want a man to lead, But then say you don't like being told what to do. It's the dumbest shit. It's dumb. Please, it's dumb. Pray more to become smart. I promise you, because that's just dumb. He can't lead if you don't listen. He could be the greatest leader that you'll never know, but you don't listen to him. You don't listen, or you don't want to listen.
And I feel like when you want to see like a leader, they feel telling them what to do, they feel as control. It's not. A leader is like meant to control, and not even control, meant to influence.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't think you should always influence with your words as much, but more influence with your actions. The more the energy you put around.
Exactly. Because I feel like, and with that influence, if a man asks you to do something, don't see it as, oh, you're trying to tell me what to do, this or this. Like, ask yourself why he's asking you to do this, and then hear out his reasoning, so you can understand. Y'all can talk about it on the basis, or see, find a middle line or something if you don't agree. But sometimes if a man has a problem with something, he might have a valid reason on why. He might have a whole book and tell you why you shouldn't do this. But I feel like forget women also have pride.
Right.
So they're probably based on, I don't want nobody telling me what to do. So they're probably getting in the way of something good because the man actually give them something. They go out and what the man thought was gonna happen happens.
What's the same thing? The same thing that you told me. When they say they don't like getting told to do bullshit because they got a boss, they listen to them, listen to the law. They only say that because there's no consequences after. So if she don't listen to you, you leave. That's the consequence. You leave.
To give basis on what he's talking about, I said that a man, if you have a wife and she listens to that, she don't listen to you. She tells her to do. She says, I don't listen to you. But in work, she listens to everybody in the world. She goes to work, listens to her boss, her friends. She goes to her work. She does what her friend asks her to do. If a sister or brother needs something, she does what they ask her to do. But the person that she's supposed to like, her other half that she's married to has a duty to. If he asks her something that's not being done. So my thing is, you can't go and do things for everybody else for monetary value, different resource value, but not have that emotional and that duty towards that other person. So think about it, if you go to work every day, and you getting paid some monetary value, is that monetary value worth more than that person you're with right now? Put it in that perspective.
You gotta understand, man subconsciously listens or do what a woman wants. Really. If you really think about it. So when a man say, oh, I want my woman to submit, it's not really a big deal. Because the man is already submitting subconsciously because all the things he's doing already. If you literally, be nice to the nigga, support, good top, you feel me? You can ask that nigga anything in the world. Build me the pyramids again. He'll do it, no problem.
I think
so. It's not hard, but people are just lazy.
Yeah, but for me, I think there's a fine line between like trying to, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with specifically telling a woman what to do, like leading her along that path.
You're talking to a point that it can get controlling.
No, I'm talking about to a point where you're trying to fix a woman, where you're trying to shape her into a person she's not, or she won't.
Look, change is inevitable. If your partner can't accept change, or you don't like something in your partner and she's not willing to change it, leave.
Yeah,
it's not.
I think you should both bring the best out of each other. Like you should be willing to change for her. She should be willing to change.
Yeah, but it depends on what type of change. Now, if it's your personality, definitely. That's like you do it to put that much. But if it's like something that's reasonable, yeah, you should be able to change. Right. That's natural. If you don't want to change, then what's the point of being together? It makes no sense. I think a lot of women feel privileged. Like that's how they do it. They make women feel privileged, which nobody's privileged. You're not special. Nobody's special. Really,
there's privilege.
You know what I mean? But like, they're not. How about this? Nobody in reality has privilege. Society placed that on. That's a human-made construct, really. But in reality, most women aren't privileged. They just got a nice face, nice body, really. I'm not trying to sound mean, but that's really it. They have pretty privilege. That's that. Now, let's say if a nasty, this ugly, it may sound fucked up, but let's say she says some dumb shit. A lot of people wouldn't care. Because she's not attractive. Okay. So nobody would bat an eye.
You think that's right?
It's not right. But that's just how that's just how life is.
You know, and
No, you good. We gonna reel it back in, but
let me tell you something. When you approach me, and then man, don't be afraid to approach me. Like some people let me.
don't be afraid to approach one.
Don't be afraid to approach the woman.
Yeah, don't be afraid to approach women. Don't be afraid.
Some people.
Don't be afraid.
But, like, you know, it's
Don't be afraid.
don't be afraid.
But if your gut feeling telling you that she got a nigga, trust that gut feeling.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. A lot of niggas they think they got a nigga because she cute or something.
That's not a bad. I think that's reasonable to think.
So every few minutes she gonna be like, oh, she got a girl. He got a nigga. She cute.
Shit, most likely, nigga. Listen,
Those mouths don't get fed.
No. Look, it was a perfect girl at work. Perfect. I ain't seen no ring or anything. I asked her, I'm like, you seeing like you with somebody married? She said, yeah, I have a fiance. Oh shit! You feel me? I was hurt, but good thing I asked. If I would have hit on, nigga, I probably would have embarrassed myself. Probably would have cussed me out in front of my job and everything. I mean, that's why my gut feeling was already telling me that damn, she might, you know.
But you still ask, ain't you?
I say, yeah.
All right, then that's what I'm trying to say.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I'm never afraid.
What if like you see a girl and you got this gut feeling like not that she gotta do, but that it just ain't right. Like it's not gonna work out. You think you should still walk up?
Yeah. You never know what happens in the future. I mean, it depends on what you want. Do you want a relationship or you just want to bust doing this now? Relationship. Everybody's different. I'm telling you, everybody's different. Some people just want to bust doing this now. Some people want a relationship. Well, I want to do.
What you ask the woman?
I'm a very romantic person, so I would love to get to know the gal and get to know her better.
Yeah, let's go wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Again, these my boys, Tupac and Jay. We just chopped it up for a few minutes on here. If y'all got anything else y'all want to say,
We're gonna drop another banger. Please check it out. Jay Smooth on all Spotify, all music playlists. You can check out Don't Miss too. You feel me? Check it out, please. My TikTok _ Jay Smooth 101. We'll start posting nice content. I'm gonna do a reaction video. I won't love it, please. Everything is all jokes, making people laugh and making spread a positivity. That's it.
to the people.
Yeah. Stay up. I'm not gonna plug on my social media because I'm gonna follow me because I don't know y'all. But keep your mind straight, keep your heart full, keep your eyes focused, keep your hands moving. That's off the head.
You missed that.
That's off the head.
No. Keep your hands moving. Keep your hands moving. What do you mean by that, bro? Keep your hands moving. You want to know when you say keep your hands moving, what automatically popped up in my mind?
I don't.
Go to your head, bro.
I'm just saying.
What went to your head?
I can't say it out loud.
Tell a lot about you. What went to your head?
I ain't gonna say
Tell a lot about yourself.
I'm not gonna say the specifics, but hand movement.
Yeah, everything's sexualized. Huh?
I didn't say it was sexual.
You're the only cause,
I
man.
didn't say it was sexual.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. New episode coming next Friday.